Hello and welcome. This is a new series for me. Originally, I had planned to go back and take a look at my favorite The Warning songs, ones that in particular stood out for me. And originally, the idea was to clip those out of existing episodes. But I found in some cases, like this one, I didn't feel like I finished really talking about it, but we had to move on for time reasons. So, I decided I would go back and revisit my favorites. As such, this one is going to be When I'm Alone, live from the Pepsi Center CDMX. There were three, at least from what I hear, impactful performances from the Pepsi Center. In particular, really emotional ones. There's When I'm Alone, Breathe, and another one that escapes me as I'm not looking at it right now. So, eventually we're going to get to all those, but I did record a bit with Miasmic Blight for this one. But when I took a look back on it, I thought I had a lot more to say about it than I actually ended up recording. So, I thought it definitely deserved a revisit. My big thing for this song and why I prefer this version over other versions is that this one is acoustic. It's just Danny and her guitar, and of course the audience. And to me, it feels like When I'm Alone should always be done single singer, basically, with accompaniment from guitar. That acoustic feel feels like this song. But I guess I should hold off on that thought and let's fire this up.
Well, I've color on the outside, but I only see in black and white. I'm desperate for some light in the corners of my mind, having hope but not enough.
You can hear the entire crowd
no one.
chanting.
Am I the only soul to have lost all control? It gets hard to breathe, stuck in between on what has become my fake reality. There's no escape from the voice in my head. It's driving me crazy. Nobody understands.
Okay, I have to pause for a minute. I'm already getting all teary-eyed. Every time I hear this specific version, I get all teary-eyed. And I think she got really emotional too. You can see her eyes like glimmer in the lights. I'm positive. In fact, I'll go back and yeah, that's what happens to your eyes when you get teary-eyed and you're on stage. Also, you can see it in her facial expression too. Happy, yet overwhelmed. And I can totally understand that. You have an entire audience singing along with you. More than 1,000 people. I can only imagine exactly what that feels like, but it hits me hard.
My sanity's not going to last, and I'll smile on through the night. Everyone will think I'm alright, but nobody knows what I'm dragging along when I'm alone. When I'm alone. this page, but it's something I can erase. I wish I could rewrite the story of my life. What I hide every day behind the mask, there's pain. They say I'm not alone, but do they even know? It gets hard to breathe, stuck in between on what has become my fake reality. And there's no escape from the voice in my head. It's driving me crazy. Nobody understands. My sanity's not going to last, and I'll smile all through the night. Everyone will think I'm alright, but nobody knows what I'm dragging along when I'm
All right, I'm gonna pause it again. It's so good, I don't want to talk over it, which makes it kind of a bad reaction. But yeah, I just don't want to interrupt or cut in or talk over. Man, you can also tell she's like singing her heart out, which, since I've heard she was actually sick, in fact, all three of them were sick during this concert. They had the flu. It's even more impressive. I mean, I know if I had the flu, I could not get on stage and sing like that. I can't sing like that anyways, but I can't even think about it. But yeah. Also, I gotta love the sea of lights. They're about to transition, so part of that is covering her up. But in fact, I'll go back just a little bit. Maybe they're transposing it. Yeah, I think they're transposing. Unless it's a really long transition. No, transposing. Skip what I originally said. But yeah. Uh, Also, just the raw impact here. Uh, like I said before, as we started, it has to be played acoustically by a single person. I it just fits the song so much better that way. I mean, you're talking about when you're alone, but I mean, obviously in this situation, she's not alone. There's an entire crowd there, ready and willing to listen, and I think that actually makes it even more impactful. I couldn't quantify that, but that's the feeling I get. Yep, that head shake. Okay, you know me, I don't usually stop this much, but what I have to say is just way too long, and I don't want to talk over the next part. So I'm all teared up again. That's what this song does to me. So if I sound more nasally than usual, I blame the song. Totally blame the song. I find it hard to imagine anyone who's a solitary content creator could listen to this and not like sympathize. Uh, I mean, for me, it's been almost 4 years now, just tossing myself and my work into the dark and hoping I get something back. Uh, it definitely feels very alone a lot of the time. Uh, and I mean, that's even with meeting people, uh, working with them, getting to know them. There's still all those times when it's just you, and you have to hope that, there's an audience there. Otherwise, you're just talking to the wall or the computer screen, as it may be. I mean, both are directly in front of me. But yeah, every time I hear this, that's why it gets to me. It's like, oh yeah, I've been there, hoping, wishing that you're not just alone. Man, just saying that makes me want to tear up again. So why don't we continue with this song?
Nobody understands. Ciudad de México, canten conmigo. Nobody understands.
That's it,
Un poquito
crowd.
más fuerte, Ciudad de México. Yo sé que pueden. Nobody understands. Una última vez.
I love her smile there.
Nobody understands. My sanity's not going to last, and I'll silence all through the night. Everyone will think I'm alright, but nobody knows what I'm dragging along when I'm alone. And every day I'll try to keep my feelings hidden inside, but nobody knows about the hole in my soul when I'm alone.
And they finish it off. with
Muchas
that.
gracias.
Man. Yeah. There's just so much impact in this song, especially when it's just her on stage with her guitar. I've heard it when they all perform it, uh, but at least for me, this has to be the way that I listen to it. Definitely. Man. I kind of want to just start it all over again. Even though I know I'm just going to stay all teary eyed because of that. But, yeah. This is the perfect song and the perfect performance to remind yourself that we are not alone, no matter how much we might feel that sometimes. And I think that might be all I have to say. I have tons of other thoughts. I mean, obviously, normal Danny thoughts, like her singing is amazing, uh, her guitar skills are impeccable. I don't notice anything that sounds off. I mean, if it was, the fact that she's emotional definitely covers any of that. But I don't think she made any mistakes anyways. And if it did, it only made it sound better. So, but that is totally what I would expect from Danny. So, yeah, I think that's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed this and my ranting. So, have fun, take care, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.